Okay, today we will be starting with suicide. But before starting suicide or before committing suicide, first of all, I would like to know what is division of labor.
Arrangement of labor to create complex tasks in the system.
Very good. Okay, what were the questions raised by Durkheim regarding division of labor?
What are consequences of division of labor?
Yes.
What are consequences of division of labor? How it leads to solidarity?
How it leads to solidarity.
And if it leads to solidarity and along with the autonomous,
How it is on autonomous means, remember, it is a contradictory thing, solidarity and autonomous. How is it possible? Give me the answer.
Because of solidarity due to interdependence and individuality, because they could sort of hire the services of another person to
Yes.
the person.
And individuality, because in their skill they are specialized, they don't need others. Other two, they have the freedom to specialize, to do their work. But the only solidarity is not emotional but interdependence. Why interdependence is necessary in modern society?
Because the tasks are fragmented, so each individual is assigned a fragmented task in a sense, like a component.
Yes. We are united because we need each other for complete, because everybody is incomplete. Isn't it? Okay. Division of labor according to them, according to him or as well as Adam Smith and others, is also an indication of prosperity. Do you agree? And if you agree, then in Europe at that time there was the highest division of labor but lot of chaos, disorder in the society. How Durkheim has given the solution for it?
We talked about three phenomena: economic, economic division of labor, and
Forced
division of labor, and lack of coordination.
coordination. What is this anomic?
Economic means abnormal, normlessness.
No, this I know. This means when he is talking about the solution, that why normlessness is taking place,
Unlimited desires of people.
unlimited desires of people,
Lack of regulatory body.
lack of regulatory body. Now, what solution he gives?
Corporatization.
Corporatization, like Marx, isn't it?
No, sir. Within capitalism.
Within capitalism, forced division of labor.
Injustice because of hereditary rights.
Yes. So for this, what solution he gives? Very good, very good. Okay. What is social fact?
Observations based on the society or the collective.
Observation based.
On the collectivity.
Observations which are exterior to human being and
Standardized norms.
Exterior. What is exteriority?
Means they are not decided by individual, they are already decided by society itself and imposed on individual.
Any example?
Like in
Norms, values, customs, traditions, all this comes here. Do they have the power to regulate individuals' behavior? They have?
Yes.
All the individuals?
In general.
Yeah, they are, please. Yes, they are not concerned about the peculiar incidents, but in generality, he is a functionalist. Value consensus is the main thing over here when the majority of people agrees with those things. Okay. What are the types of social facts?
According to Durkheim, normal social fact and abnormal pathological social fact.
What is pathological social fact?
Means when there is a larger number of crimes in these places, you need to cut those crimes, otherwise
It will bring larger damage to the society.
Something that is causing disorder in society.
Larger degree of disorder, because when he is talking about normal social fact, what is it?
there is lesser number of crimes, and it will, instead of harming the society, it will
It
Yeah.
means developing solidarity.
bring solidarity and
Society becomes more conscious about that
And
and
get delve into the causes of such
Yeah.
crimes and stuff.
Okay, very good. Now let us suicide. What is suicide?
The act of taking one's life.
Yeah. One in life opportunity. Have anybody of you tried ever? Not got that opportunity. It shouldn't come in your life. Okay. Remember here, Durkheim is more concerned about studying the rate of suicide than suicide itself. He said that if we are to study about the suicide as an individual act, it should go in the purview of psychology. Sociology studies about the group behavior, isn't it? He says, and remember, okay, tell me, Auguste Comte was father of sociology, and Durkheim is related to modern sociology. Modern means he has used scientific methodology to study the society, isn't it? Yes, the same thing in while studying suicide also, he has studied suicide with scientific parameters. He collected data from different libraries, hospitals, police station, or wherever he can collect in the different part of Europe, in different countries of Europe. That's why it is considered that it is a scientific investigation by Durkheim. Yes, Durkheim considered that actually suicide is a social fact. How suicide can be a social fact? What is social fact? Just correlate yourself that the moment the social fact comes means external forces, isn't it? So he considered that suicide is not an individual act, but externally the society creates such a situation that a person takes a decision to end one's life. He says that there is some suicidogenic current which is external suicidogenic current compels as well as suicidogenic currents is diffused. Yes, while developing his theory on suicide, he went through various others work which had already been performed, the biological, climatological, geographical theories, psychological theories about the suicide, and he rejected all of them. He said that they are not able to understand that it is not an individual act, but more also the society forces the individual to take this decision. How the society can force? Constraint. Now society, we are saying, means various aspects of the society. For this he has studied, as I have said, that he collected data from different part of the country of Europe, and in his study he collected information about Protestants and Catholics, then women, married, and wartime. Now he has given his observation about these various aspects. Okay. He found that among Protestants there were more degree of suicide in comparison to Catholics. In his study he found that Protestants are more prone to commit suicide than the Catholics. For this he gives the reason that actually it is about the religion. The Protestants gives you more freedom of inquiry, free inquiry to God. Means Protestants consider that the individual himself can approach the God, inquiry the God. How can you approach the God, inquiry the God? They consider in their tenets that the more the wealth you have, consider, or more the earning you are having, consider it as grace of God. Means better your position, more the grace of God is there. Free inquiry. On the other hand, Catholics, they have intermediates church. They have a system over there, means you can do your or profess near the Father about the things since you have committed. Means there is an intermediary who can give you some sort of explanation or suggestions. In Protestants, freely you can inquire about your situation in the society. Now what happens? Religion is a safety wall for we people. Just think that when we, during examination, before the result has been published, we go to Mandir, Masjid, Gurdwara, church, whatsoever. What we say, sir? Sorry, sir. God, this time, give me the blessing from next year or from the next examination, I will be very much dutiful. Or give me the blessing for whole life, I will be your obedient. Be whatsoever. Remember, somewhere we are in stress. Other to it, God is the only individual who will maintain the secrecy what you have confessed over there. And once you have confessed, now you will start feeling as a religious person that I have conveyed all my thoughts to the God, and now He will do which is best for me. Once you have conveyed your message to God and you have belief or trust on the God, when you will come out of the premise, you will feel relaxed. Means the tension has been diffused, and that will give you a better way of or a new initiative in your life. Durkheim says the same thing. In Catholics, because there is check and balance, the person gets influenced by the other suggestion. The priest is there. But here in the Protestants, because you have the right to inquire about the God, means logically you will inquire about it, and naturally mostly people inquire when they are in crisis. Already you are in depression, in crisis, and at that time when you are to calculate about pros and cons, mostly the cons will come in your mind. Means more you are to go into the depression, and there is chances of suicide. Yes, my friend. The same thing also applies with educated and uneducated, illiterate. Who are more prone to suicide? Educated, means you people. Why?
More stress, social stress.
Yeah, because we start calculating the crisis according to rationality. There are various things in our life which comes not on calculation, abruptly enters the life. Isn't it? But when we are educated, we just want to stick to the parameters. Illiterates, they are very much dependent on the divine power or the God. So more or so they can easily say that it's all God's mercy. It depends on God. But for you, you are trained to calculate all the steps. You are a good planner, so you are planning the things, and when you are in the crisis at that time, negativity is bound to come in your life. That's why it is, he says that educated people are more prone to suicide, except Israelis. Yes, for that he said that in Israel, during the process of education, moral education is also compulsory part, which is force them to get socialized according to it. Okay, tell me, which country of the world is the most aggressive country?
Israel.
Israel?
They have followed the policy of zero tolerance.
Yes, you are correct. Why they are aggressive? Sociologically we need to know why they are aggressive.
Because they are the only Catholic country in between the Islamic
Arab
countries.
Islamic countries over
For their
there.
survival.
Yeah, for their survival, or there is also minority psychosis. Yes, my friend, minority psychology. You will find that in most of the rights, you will find that minorities first attacks, then the majority takes action over it. It is the minority psychology. Why? Because minority wants to show that I am also ready for conflict. If you happen to threaten me or want to inflict pain on me, I will retaliate. They want to show it. Just see in the college. It is considered that relatively girls are more aggressive than the male. The same girl in the house, she is a normal girl, but in college, their attitude has some degree of aggression. Why? Because of minority psychology. Yes, my friend, this is a mechanism, and you will find that in some of the faculties or some of the sessions or some of the classroom, the girls are around 50 and boys is only 5. What will be there? Just vice versa tendency you will find among the boys itself. Saath mein tiffin lena, saath mein khana. What we say the girly tendency, this will be fine. It is talking about, or it is a minority psychosis. Okay, let us return. Men and women, who is more prone to suicide? Men? क्यों भाई? Men or women? Men. Okay, you tell. You are alleging men. Why men?
I guess women are mentally more stronger.
Mentally more stronger. Actually,
in a patriarchal society, men are more prone to take the charge of work, so they are more stressed.
they are the bread earners. Bread earners means you have the responsibility. How can you spare time for suicide?
So when they feel that they can no more provide food or provide earn something for the family, they feel that way.
Okay. He says that actually by nature men are lonelier, individualistic. They don't want to share even the most secret thing with the best friend. A normal tendency of men. On the other hand, girls, they are gregarious in the nature. They want to be together, and even the slightest information will circulate among the friends. Yes, my friend, what happens means when you are in crisis, the friend will become lonely, the boy will become lonelier, and there won't be any support system to advise. On the other hand, if girl is in crisis, there will be lot of advisors. ऐसा करो ना. Yes, my friend, sharing the views, and that is the reason they have more chances of getting into depression in comparison to women. Okay, now tell me, who is more prone, married or unmarried? Unmarried? You people. I am in safe zone. Why? What similar logic?
That they are individual as compared to men.
Yes, the same thing. According to him, they are not well knitted and they have a kinship system. They are well knitted, connected to the society. The the married people, they are well connected to the society. In comparison to it, they are lesser integrated with the society. Okay, among married, who is more prone to suicide? A couple with children, a couple without children. Without children. Why? No responsibility. Why without children? Just common sense answer.
Children can act as stress relievers.
Yes, he is correct. As well as they also add responsibility on the parents. That's why many a time, just for the sake of children, both the partners compromises, isn't it? That is also a cementing force of the family. Okay, now tell me here, where you will find more suicide, during the peace time or the war time?
इस टाइम
Peace time.
वार टाइम में तो दूसरे पे हमले करने में दिमाग
Yeah, a fervor of patriotism comes over there. Peace time, it is a normal society, a normal behavior, and in normal behavior we find less solidarity, isn't it? Just think about our family in a peaceful time. A normal, we are not very much concerned about the other members of the family, but if you have a conflict with the neighbor, a solidarity comes into our family, isn't it? The same thing in larger way, it reflects about the society. In peacetime, he considered there is more suicide than in the wartime. Okay, on the basis of his studies, he said that actually in a society, there are two social facts, or he has based his study of suicide on two social facts. What he says are integration and regulation. What is integration? The level of attachment to the society, isn't it? And regulation, the degree of control over the individual on the people. Regulatory talks about control and integration talks about attachment. Here, on the basis of his two social facts, that is integration and regulation, he considers that there are four types of suicides. That is egoistic suicide, altruistic suicide, anomic suicide, and fatalistic suicide. Means egoistic, low integration, and high regulation. Egoistic. Here we have low degree of integration in the society. Why? Because in our society we have various social systems and it has some purpose. Kinship system or kinship friendship, does it has any meaning? Is there anything like friendship? Is there anything like friendship? Don't suspect. Tell me. There is. Okay. Just consider that he is your friend. He may be your friend. He is your friend. He asks you for 100 rupees. Naturally, he might be in crisis. Will you lend it to him? Okay. Tomorrow again when we gather, he sees you, smiles you, needs 100 rupees more. Will you give him? Okay. Day after tomorrow also. Every day when he comes, he has some excuses. He wants 100 rupees from you. You will be providing him?
Depends.
Now the word comes depends. Isn't it? Yes, my friend, it happens in the society. Really, the person is in utmost crisis, that's why he needs the help from the friends or the kinsmen. But remember, everybody has their own limitations, isn't it? Up to a limit only any person can help. And because you are in deep crisis, you are in search of some help over there, and what happens after some time, the moment the people will see you, they will, isn't it? They will try to move away from you, they won't like to meet you. In such a situation, what happens? Life never goes smooth. Ups and downs comes in life. in everybody's life. Now you will find that, or you will think that when things were good, these were the people who used to hover around me, we used to enjoy. Now I am in real crisis and people are not helping me. That can also lead to disillusion and depression. What is the floating system? Because every system has some purpose, relationship has some purpose, but nobody follow. Means you will consider that in society whatsoever is prevailing, they doesn't has any real meaning in itself. After a month he will start thinking that there is nothing like friendship. See that person, just for 15 days he gave 100 and now the person is not coming. Now what happened? The individual wants to show the society that you are not superior, I am the person, I am superior than you. Durkheim is a functionalist, so he considered that society is superior to the individual. But he said that in a specific condition, ego clashes. You can't do anything to the society, but you can take away your life to show that I am superior to you. Rohit Veramula, what happened? Under the stress of the society, getting disillusion from the society, under depression, the person takes he commits suicide. So he said, this is talking about the lower integration or attachment with the society takes place. Okay? Altruistic, high integration, utmost attached with the society. Durkheim says that actually this type of high integration is mostly found in traditional society, or in ancient society it used to be found. High attachment means for the sake of the society one can even sacrifice one's life. Isn't it? This was the degree of attachment with the society. They always considered themselves subordinate to the society. They had high respect for the society and they can even sacrifice their individual interest. Have you heard the word harakiri? Japanese. Yes, among them in feudal Japan, they used to be a royal guards, the best guards of the feudals, and it was considered that they had impeccable loyalty to the Lord. Even if the Lord says that drag out your knife and kill yourself, without any question they used to kill themselves. It was illogical. If you ask me to kill somebody else, it has a purpose, but just you are asking me to make it is a suicide. But because of the loyalty, because they wanted to maintain that higher level of loyalty to the feuds, or high integration, high respect for the system. Yes, in modern time, fidain, what are they? For the sake of the society, they can kill themselves. Okay, there is an organization all the society has, which has the same type of altruistic suicidal tendency. There is an organization which most of the country has, and they have a tendency of altruistic suicide.
Army.
Yeah?
Army.
Army. Yes. Is it correct example? Yes, my friend. Even if a soldier comes to know that the whole battalion is coming at his post and they are just one or two, they will try to convey the message to their headquarters, but they will vote that till I am alive, I will not give them the way. What it means? You have made a decision of your suicide because battalion is coming. You are just two with limited arms and ammunitions. It is a suicidal thing, but it is altruistic Such type of act comes under altruistic suicide. High degree of integration. Anomic. Anomic means normlessness. Yes, low regulation in the society. Already Durkheim has said that human being has unlimited desire, and there should be a regulatory body, and that would be the society. Yes, in a society it has been found, or he found, that during economic boom or slump, in both the cases suicide rate increases. Yes, for this he says that whenever there is sudden change in the society, we witness increase in suicide rate. Whenever there is sudden change in the society, even economic boom or slump, both the way such thing happens. Or we can consider about Nazis when came in Germany, means when they overtook it, it was considered that lot of suicide took place in the Germany at that time. Indian context, when a sudden change takes place in society, naturally that is talking about low regulation, deregulation is taking place. Mandal Commission. What is this Mandal Commission? Reservation for the OBCs. When it was implemented, we found lot of suicide among the upper caste, different part of India. Why they are not making suicide now? Because they have adjusted with the system, isn't it? Because it was a sudden change. When sudden change takes place, we consider that now everything is over. Although we have a tendency to adjust with the changes, but at that time, the person or the organization, they start thinking that everything is over, and that leads to depression. Low degree of regulation or deregulation takes place. Fatalistic suicide. This was added by him later on, after his study of various historical periods. High regulation. This is also a type of suicide due to high regulation. Too much control over the individual. The control over the individual is of such a degree that the person considers that all his desires and passions has been choked. It has been suppressed. Now there is no utility of life. This much of over control is over the individual, and they take away the life. For this he quotes about the Greek slave system. In India also we find widowhood in the earlier times. So these are the various forms of suicide what Durkheim has considered that they are more or so through the social fact, external forces which forces the individual to take the extreme step. Yes, please. See, actually when we are talking about sati, more or so we keep it into the fatalistic suicide itself. Because in sati also the society gives a special honor to the lady, force the lady mentally, we can't say physically, but mentally they over mobilize the woman to sit on the funeral pyre of the husband, isn't it? So more or so you have been forced to do those things. Why? Because special respect is to be given to you. You will become goddess, you will become a Devi, isn't it? Or it was considered as a social honor at that particular time. So it will also come under this fatalistic suicide itself. Okay.
What about the suicide among the farmers?
Economic boom or slump, isn't it? Okay. Now let us come to some of the criticism.
About the army that you told, even if they don't feel themselves, will it be called suicide?
See, actually what happened, even if they are being killed by the enemy soldiers, then also logically it is a suicide when you know that the whole battalion is coming, and just for the sake of the honor of the society or your country, you say that till I am on the duty, till I am alive, I won't go away from here. Isn't a suicidal tendency? Means on the basis of rationality, not on the basis of duty. You have performed your duty, you are martyr. These are the things what our society gives the honor to the person, the deceased person. But when you go on the basis of rationality, when you know, just take an example, if we go to a jungle, 4 people with AK-47 covers up. At that time, what will be your action? They will take action, not me. Isn't it? If I take the action, I know the reaction. Isn't it? So it on the basis of rationality, it is a suicide, because he is a functionalist. Durkheim is a functionalist. He is talking about the purpose of every actions. Okay. For us, he is a martyr, but on basis of logic, it is a suicidal act when we know that this much of people are coming. A battalion means minimum 100 soldiers. उतने ही होते हैं ना? 600. Yes, J.W. Darvis, he says, he criticizes about the Swiss that, and says that it is not the society, but many of the suicide can be an individual act, because every society has high respect for the human resources, and so no society will like to force the human resources to be lost. On the other hand, J.B. Doak says that, again he said that we should consider suicide as an individual act, because just for the sake of society, as he says that a decision for suicide is a lifetime decision, one-time decision, and such a decision cannot be taken by others, but the individual takes his own decision. Yes, Gabriel Tard, his imitation theory. In imitation theory, he has said that people also imitates other suicide and takes decision. In this, he quotes about one of the celebrity in US had committed a suicide, and he found in his study that during that period, lots of people imitated the same technique of making suicide. Imitation theory means we also imitate others to solve our problems. Means when we are in deep crisis, when we come to know through newspaper or hearsay through the society that a particular person was also in crisis and this was his solution. Solution was suicide. So we also, common man can also imitate it. In his study, he found in America that people had imitated it. Even David Phillips in his study has supported, yes, such type of tendency takes place in the society. On the other hand, Maris, he says that suicide should be considered as individual act, because many times it has been found that a person is psychologically unable to bear that pressure which others are able to tolerate. Soldiers in the high altitudes, sporadically we hear about the news that they have killed themselves. Or in any situation, there are a lot of workers or people in a particular condition are able to tolerate, but some of the individual may not be able to tolerate the same pressure of the society or anything, and in that time, at that time, he takes his personal decision, not the other, because others are also under the same pressure. So it is more a individual psychological reason, not the social condition. Yes, Atkinson, he considered, as well as Douglas, both of them have question marks his research, his study itself. He said that he had collected data from various places, from police station, hospital, or whatsoever the places. Now, what is the authenticity of the data? He says, who registers the case or informations in the hospital? The lower staffs. Now, can you rely on the common sense knowledge of the lower staff that they have given the right information that it was a suicide? It also depends according to society. A society where there is high solidarity, people won't like to reveal that it is a suicide. It could be an accident. So there can be distortion of the data itself. We can't depend on the data what has been collected by him. These are the... Okay, my friend, at the end of most of the thinkers or the topic, we will find some criticism. What is the purpose of this criticism? Yeah?
Limitations of applicability.
This is one aspect in reference to UPSC. Remember, my friend, this criticism has been placed there deliberately because it will help you in two ways. First, you have gone through the theory and you also know the flaws of the theory. This is direct. Other to it, when you are writing an answer, at that time, if the word comes discuss means you should give the opinion, form your answer on the basis of opinion of different scholars. They are applicable over there. Another to it, I haven't gone through your class tests. Other to it, whenever you are writing answer, right now you can't write a better sociological answer because you have not been exposed to all the part of the syllabus. But then also through your notes also you will find that many times there is some extras written over or is existing in your notes. What is the purpose of those extras?
For better understanding.
Better understanding. Other to it, it has been formulated for UPSC itself. So in such a case, you will find that if you are writing an answer of UPSC, if some twist comes, these extras will be very much helpful to format the answers. So the extra doesn't mean that you shouldn't go through it. Means this is not your main extras, are that those information should be in your mind, not to give extra importance, but those information should be in your mind, and it will be very helpful wherever you are puzzled by the questions. Other to it, make a habit that whenever you are writing answer, first thing, my friend, introduction is a must. In 99% of the cases, introduction should be given. There are exceptionally some questions where directly you can go through those things, or when there is time limit with you. But most of, even one or two liner introduction is compulsory. Otherwise, it will show to the examiner that the person is intelligent but immature. Second comes in body. When we are writing, we are giving the factual information, means, or the whatsoever is in a specific topic. Either the questions ask you about criticism or not. At the end of the body, develop a habit of giving one or two criticism. Instead of saying criticism, you can say contrary to it, or on the other side, some scholars consider in such a way. Means 1 or 2 points. And some scholars, what I have said, again be specific. If you have some name of the scholars in your mind, it is more better to use the name, because it will have larger impact than the word some scholars. Some scholars will give that, okay, you know the flaws, but if you happen to write the name, really examiners appreciates it. So what is the thing? In most of the time, either they ask the criticism or not. Just make a point that contrary to it, or some of the scholars has such a view. In that Weber, Durkheim, whosoever is related, you should mention. Lastly, conclusion is also necessary. In conclusion, we need to give the utility or the main theme of the particular topic. I have given the body, then I have also given the flaws of the things, because the contrary other thinkers can. But overall, the particular theory helped to enhance or helped in understanding the sociology, the sociological aspect better, which was very much helpful for the future scholars. Hypothetical, but it fits in all academic work, isn't it? Because in future scholars will also study it. Other to it, if you find problem developing your introduction, try to go through the first or second paragraph in most of the thing, not all the notes, and try to develop your own introduction taking help of this first or second paragraph. The same thing in the conclusion also, the last paragraph, 1-2 paragraph, you can try to get the conclusion, or try yourself to make conclusion from those things, because in notes also you will find that some sort of introduction is been given, but not exactly you should mention the same. You should try to develop your own introduction as well as conclusion. In conclusion, they are talking about the utility of the particular topic. Always remember, never end your answer abruptly. Means you consider while writing the answer, if the question has been asked, religion and society, you will be talking about the Durkheim's religion and society, and lastly, if you have compared the religion and society and don't conclude it, or anything, if you don't conclude it, it gives the impression that the person has the knowledge about the subject matter, but he is not mature. Because it also reflects your personality. When you are to complete it smoothly, and when there is conclusion, it gives smoothness to your answer. Okay. Yes, in his study to religion, Durkheim has tried to apply functional methodology to understand the relation of religion and society. Functionalist methodology, earlier also it was applied by Spencer. Remember the functionalism, the word functionalist approach has been derived from biology. Means in biology also we find that there are different organs. All the organs work efficiently and it gives solidarity to the body. We have different aspects in the society, political, economic, religious, all aspects. And if they function properly, independently, the society, the body will be able to maintain the stability and order in itself. Earlier it was introduced, slightly hinted by Spencer, but the main work on the functionalism was done by Durkheim himself. Okay, have you all heard the name of Spencer?
Yes, sir.
Social Darwinism.
Herbert Spencer.
Social Darwinism he has given. Herbert Spencer. From simple homogeneous society to complex heterogeneous society. Yes. As we have already discussed about suicide, in that he has given causal explanation why suicide takes place. Here he will be giving about religion the functional explanation, what is the utility of religion in the society. Yes, in his elementary form of religious life, the book he had written, he has talked about that how in a society people are able to maintain the collectivity, internalize the social in themselves. Internalizing the social means get attached with the collectivity or the society through the process of rituals and others, as well as he has also discussed about the sociology of religion and sociology of knowledge. First two is more necessary for us, that is how the collective individual gets interacted or attached to the society, and other about the sociology of religion. To make us understand about the religion, first of all, he explains us about totem. He studies about the totem. Have you heard the word totem? What is totem? We have totem. Actually, totem is considered as animate or inanimate object or thing which is found among simple societies. They consider it as superior to them, as well as many a time they consider that they have descended from that particular object. It can be plant, animal, animate or inanimate things. Although we can't give an empirical information about the origin of totem, the reason apparent in various studies, no way we have found that how is there any relation between human being or animals or not. In Hindu society there is cow, isn't it? We consider it sacred, or various amulets, shivling or amulets or various things what we consider. It has been considered that they are supreme, superpower, and in simple society the simple people worship it. He has taken his study of totem from Arunta tribe of Australia. Now he says that why I have chosen totem or totem worship to understand religion. He says that actually totem is found among the very simple society, but gradually the same totem has transformed into religion. Now if you study directly about the religion, many complexity will take place. The reason apparent, according to him, the religion has got distorted or expanded. There are various ideologies which has encrypted into the religion, various behavior which were not in early time has got into it. But he said that totem is the simplest form. Gradually, with the passage of time, it has become religion, transformed into religion. So the best way to understand the religion is to study the totem. He said that people or the collectivity conforms morally as well as intellectually to the totem. Now tell me, what is totem? It is an animate or inanimate objects. People consider it as supreme, more powerful, as well as some also consider that they are descendants of that particular mythological object. Other to it, why he gave importance to study the totem? Because he considered the collectivity, that the society, the simple society, all the members or majority of the members morally and intellectually conforms with the totem. Other to it, he says that totem is a sacred thing, an object, an emblem of the clan or the society. He said that wherever religion exists, it can be divided into two parts, or the two parts originates or give place to the religion. What are these two? He said sacred and profane. He said that in every religion you will find these two aspects. In every society we have these two aspects, and due to these two aspects religion is formed. Sacred means kept apart. Every sacred thing is kept apart in the society because they are respected as well as they are awe. They create an awe. In our house we have puja room in generally. Now, do we enter into puja room in the same way as we go into other rooms? No. Why? Because we consider God is there or something sacred is kept over there. Means kept apart. Common people or in a normal way we should not treat such particular things. Then what is profane? Any idea? Punya pap. Don't write it. It is nothing like this. Profane is day-to-day utilitarian life. Or everyday Now what happened? In our society, if we are to survive, we will also have to do various works, professional work. Means most of the time we are in the stage of profane, that is regarding utilitarian activities. But whenever you spare your time for the sacred things, you should abide with certain rules and regulations. Just take an example, a simple way to understand the sacred and profane. When we enter church, in the church, we talk about the business deals, isn't it? No, my friend, at that time we are focused to the spiritualism. The moment we step outside the church, again day-to-day activity starts there. It means when we enter into the church, we get into the sacred situation. Once we come out of it, that is the profane stage and utilitarian stage. So remember, profane is not bad, but it is talking about the utilitarian stage. But he says that in every society these two things exist, but this is paid a special attention because it is considered that they are superior than the profane, have high dignity from the profane lifestyle. Yes, the objects of the sacred or the sacred things differs from society to society. In our society, means in Hindu society, when we are to say cow is respected, cow is like mother, it is symbolic way of giving respect. In China, they love pigs. In Islam, they have hatred for it. Yes, my friend, one of the tribe in Australia itself, Malingerer, they consider that they are descendant of pigs, and if you compare them with the pigs, they will be very happy. It depends upon society to society. So the sacred symbol doesn't be same at every society. Other to it, why Durkheim took totem to understand the religion. He said that totem symbolizes the society. According to him, society is God, religion is symbol. Totem, already we have said that it is an emblem of a simple society. In modern times or in advanced society, religion has taken place, and at a particular time it was one of the most dominant aspect of the society. But in advanced society and with the process of modernization, it has again got narrowed down more privately, because other specialized wings has also come, political wing, economic wing, law and all these things. They are specialized things which are performing their own work, or they are helping in coordinating the society. Earlier religion used to take care of all these aspects, but now we have specialized wings. He says that actually society is a God, or God, what we say, God is society itself. In our society, there are some forbidden things, do's and don'ts. Don't do this, it is sin. What does it mean? If you commit sin, who will punish you? God will punish you, isn't it? It has been instructed to us. Now actually he says that this is the God what we are saying. It is society. We are afraid of not the God but the society, because society will punish you. We are member of this society. We are also attached with the God. Have you seen the God? We feel the God. Do we? Yes, when we are focused to the God, we try to feel the God. Are you member of the society? Give me the address. Can you see the society? Can you see the society? We can feel the society. Isn't it? We feel the God, we feel the society. What? When you do some wrong, you will find the pressure of the society, and when you are Olympic winner, betiyan, you can feel the exalt of the society. Isn't it? Means we feel the society. The same thing about the God itself. Intangible, but we experience them. We feel them. Other to it, he said that religion is a symbol. Okay, how can you say that we are Indian? Okay, the tricolor flag is mine. Is it yours? The tricolor flag. Do you think that that tricolor flag is also yours? Also yours. That tricolor flag, the symbol, brings solidarity with among us, that, and it symbolizes that we are Indian. We have created those things, and that remember, the symbol helps you to bring the solidarity in the society. When we go to temple, church, gurdwara, these religious places, actually that is symbol gives you a place, a direction to your mind to get together for a set of mind for the collectivity. Isn't it? The same thing when you are talking about different religion. He said that in a society there are various different aspects of society, and if you are attached to one of the totem and the clan, totem is the symbolic thing. When you are attached with a particular totem, particular symbol, particular religion, it gives the solidarity in the society. Getting it? Simpler to understand, he says that religion is a symbol and God is society itself. He has said that till now the human being has not been worshipping anything but themselves as a society. We are afraid of the society, not the God, because God, according to him, the society is itself. Yes, he says that the law-abiding peoples, or he says that religion gives you a way of life, code of conduct, and all the religions gives you a direction for your particular life. And you will find that they are also law-abiding people. In general, the religions provides you a way of life. Every religion provides you a way of life. He says that they are not in hallucination, but it is also reflecting that how an individual is dependent on the society for their own betterment. When we adhere with our norms and values, or when we are socialized, during socialization, various norms and values are inculcated in us. What is its utility? Yes, when we become adult or when we meet with the other person, more or so a stranger, but not too much a stranger, and if they have some sort of cultural intimacy, we can easily adjust with each other. Isn't it? So the norms and values gives us the opportunity to get better interaction with the other people. When we are saying Indian has some sort of features, and if we are socialized on the front of being an Indian, we can easily intermingle with each other. The same thing applies from the from the simple to the advanced level, according to him. He says, lastly, to conclude with Durkheim's wording, he says that Bible says that God loves man. That's why he has created man like him. Durkheim says that it is man who has created God like him. Isn't it? Okay, this is about the religion. He has talked about how it has originated from simple society. Okay, tell me why he has taken totem to explain you about the religion.
Because it is the simplest form of religion.
Yes, he said that it is the simplest form, undistorted form. So it is easier because religion is more or so has originated from the totem itself, and now the advanced form of religion is very complex. And so you can get misguided by various ideologies or other aspect of religion, and totem gives it the original form. And through totem he says, he showed that how totem, why totem is the reflection of the society, because the people, the simple people, have full moral and intellectual conformity with the particular totem. Totem is a symbol, and that particular society is the God over there. In this way he has explained the origin of religion in our society. Criticism. Yes, Alexander Goldenweiser says how Durkheim came to know that Arunta is the most primitive tribe. You have explained the whole thing with the Arunta tribe, but how you come to know that it is the primitive tribe? He said that there are various other primitive tribes. Other to it, what you have explained about the totem, that totem is emblem of the society. People worship the totem. He says that in his own study he has found that people have respect, veneration for the emblem or of for a specific totem, but they worship some other object. It is not necessary that in every society people will worship the totem itself. He found that in some of the society there is some other totem. Totem means a symbol where the collectivity has the confidence, has respect. Respect and having worship is different thing. He said that and they have some other object what they are worshipping. Other to it, he says that what he has explained, it is easier to understand in simple society, sacred and profane. In simple society we can easily divide between the sacred and profane. When you go into any sacred thing, you should maintain your purity. And this is related to religion. In modern time, you can find that many times in train or bus, you are going on as well as mala is also going on. Are you able to spare a special place? In modern time, because our life is so much busy, it is not necessary that only in temple, mosque or gurudwara we can have approach the God. Even while we are doing our utilitarian activities, we can approach them. Isn't it? A peace of mind will be over there. So he says that what he has explained about the sacred and profane, it is more compatible to the simple society, not the modern societies. Yes, Edmund Leach, he says that he has explained about over-functionalist theory. He has given the the theory on religion and society, he has only dealt about the functionalist aspect. Religion has lot of purpose. It brings solidarity in the society. It helps in the coordination. It gives you a way of life. These are the positive things you have said. But it also has some dysfunctions. Superstition, riot, communal violence in the society. This is also the gift of religion itself, on which he has not uttered anything. He had just talked about the functional aspects. Raymond Firth says that yes, he has dealt with one aspect of religion, but it should not be considered as a whole theoretical approach, because religion is a very complex aspects and various different theoretical theories should be analyzed to come to the conclusion, not one way of explanation. This is not the right approach. Okay? Okay, friends. We have completed this Durkheim. Tomorrow we will start with our action, social action, Max Weber. And as we know that Max Weber is another functionalist. Interactionist? What is interactionist?
They talk about the subjective.
Just subjectivity, because here we have been talking from Marx to Durkheim about the objectivity, external, isn't it? And here we will go through the subjectivity, interaction from two to more people. Okay? Okay, thank you.